discovered something about myself. It's not something that I've necessarily just discovered. I've known this for a few years, but I've decided to talk about it online for the first time ever. And it's the fact that I didn't really come up in a nurturing environment. The person who gave birth to me pretty much ignored me until I was like 16, and then she started caring about my schoolwork, mostly because she wanted me to get the fuck out of the house so that she didn't have to keep buying me pizza. Which I would have found a way to get her to do it anyways, because I'm a user, I'm deceitful, I'm very clever, I'm a trickster. But listen, everybody wants to be loved. That's just a natural human instinct. We crave comfort and togetherness. That's why so many people like relationships. Me personally, like the fact that I never really got that from the relatives that I lived with, that's the reason why I'm so desperate for a relationship, even though I don't really fucking want one. I enjoy being single. No worries, no responsibilities. I don't remember when's the last time I cleaned my fucking apartment. This shit is a mess. I'm naked right now. I'm always naked. Basically, if I'm not outside, I'm naked. And that's just life. And I can jack off anytime I want. I can be sitting there watching PBS, just eating cereal and watching Sesame Street, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna pull it out and start rubbing. And ain't no one gonna say anything to me. Complete total freedom. So I'm like, mentally, like I like the thought of being single, and I enjoy most of my single life, but that yearning still exists just because I've never once in my life felt like I was the most important person in somebody's life. And I think that's what I crave more than anything else. It's my body desires it. I need to feel like I'm important, like somebody's life would not be what it is if I wasn't part of it. And it's just hard for me to believe that, because now I've had people tell me that they care about me. I've had friends who tell me they love me, but all of those friends had like boyfriends and kids and parents and brothers and sisters and all sorts of other people that they cared about just a little bit more than they cared about me. And I just want somebody to care about me more than they've ever cared about anyone else on the planet. Is that so selfish? Yes, it absolutely is, because that's what relationships are. They're selfish things. Nobody ever starts a relationship thinking, you know what? This is a really sweet guy, he's really kind, and he deserves to be loved, so I'm going to give him the love that he deserves, even though I am not attracted to him at all. No, when you start a relationship, it's because you're like, damn, that's a hot piece of man meat, I want to get on that. You enter a relationship into somebody, you pursue an intimate connection with them because you want them to make you happy. Beginning a relationship is the most selfish thing that you can do. Now, once the relationship progresses, then you start honestly caring about them. Unselfishness starts becoming part of it. But from the very beginning, the very inception, the very idea of relationships are incredibly selfish things. So I'm actually a normal human being in that regard. But one of the reasons that I've had trouble with relationships is that I look for what I never had growing up, and that is a mother. Somebody who's kind and caring and just, gentle and honestly cares about other people and is willing to sacrifice for their own good. And there's a fucking train out there, but you know what? I'm on a roll, so we're just going to keep talking, and I'm just going to get louder and louder so that you can ignore all the background noise. I don't even know if you can hear it, but I'm going to talk louder anyways. And so one of the things that I very often find myself attracted to is just, women who are gentle and warm and just have a very loving aura to them. People who are very motherly. And which is why whenever I see a mother, someone that with kids, it either makes me, love them unconditionally, or it makes them hate their guts, depending on what I see in that moment. Because, hey, I've already had one bad mother in my life. I don't need another one. One is enough. And that's also part of the reason why I can never get a relationship, because, let's be honest, nobody wants to have to take care of somebody. Well, that's not true. There are some people who want to take care of other people, but most people, when they go into a relationship, I think a lot of females want to be taken care of by their guy. At least that's what I've experienced. They don't want to have to raise their husband. Some people do. I haven't met those people yet. Otherwise, I'd be married and I'd be pussy whipped already. But luckily for me, I haven't met those women yet, and I still have time to develop my own sense of self-identity before I completely throw that all away. But, but the train stopped. I don't have to shout anymore. And so, yeah, that's a thing. And also, there's also when I see a woman who's not only a good mother but then her kids are also great as well. Then that's like, the kids are another bonus, because kids give you unconditional love. And kids just make you feel needed. I like kids under the age of 12. Anything over the age of 12, they turn into total shits, and I want nothing to do with them. But under the age of 12, that's awesome. You're all great. Except for the fact that they all want me to carry them, which I don't mind doing. It's just that it makes me feel so old. Nothing makes you feel as old as having to watch after 5 little kids, and all under the age of 10. Children, where the fuck do they get all that energy? But you know what? 4-year-olds are great. I fucking love 4-year-olds, because if you know a 4-year-old for like a week, they latch on and they don't let go. You might as well be their dad. They just, as long as you don't hit them, and if you just give them candy once a month, 4-year-olds just fucking love everybody. At least the 4-year-olds that I know, except for one little shit who just likes hitting me in the balls every chance he gets. His dad taught him that, and I make sure that he doesn't have the opportunity. My God is always up when that little kid is there, because I know he's up to no good. He's gonna be a troublemaker when he grows up. But the most 4-year-olds that I've met are usually cool people. And so yeah, that's my rambles. Why do you not have a successful relationship? Let me know in the comments down below. Or hey, you make a video and upload it so that I can get some tips from you if you've had successful relationships.